On the brown bun. The brown bun for me is both a great sense of joy and comfort, but is symbolic. A brown bun is basically a small loaf of bread, very small, and it's composed, in the case of the buns which my wife Sarah cooks for me, of brown wholemeal flour and a few added things, and I have eaten it for lunch, for most of the lunches over the last 50 years. We vary what is put on top of it, but substantially it's a brown bun. And it's clearly of great importance in our lives for various reasons. One is that it saves a huge amount of time. We're both compulsive workers, and the brown bun is something you don't have to prepare for lunch. You just put varied things on top of it, and it's very substantial and filling, and takes no extra effort. Sarah makes a batch of the brown buns every 2 or 3 weeks with some bread, and we work our way through them. It's also clearly very good for our stomachs when we're away from our brown buns on foreign travel. Our digestive systems don't work often as well. It's also symbolic in that it's a very Puritan kind of food. It's very simple, elementary. Make things as simple as possible, as Einstein said, and it is as simple as possible, and there are no frills attached to it. It's also part of a much wider simplification and ritualization of our lives. When people say, how do you manage to do a lot of writing and research work and other things, I explain that it's partly by making your life, and not just your ideas, as simple as possible, having a number of routines which not only are simple to effect, but you don't really have to think about them at all. And so the brown bun is the middle part of this daily routine, and the breakfast is equally routinized every day, except Sundays when we have boiled eggs. We have muesli, little bits of grain and a little bit of fruit and nuts in it, and yogurt and some fruit, hopefully grown in our garden. So breakfast is almost equally automatic and nutritious and filling. And then in the evenings we have developed a pattern when we're not out, whereby I try to cook a curry on Saturdays, which is big enough to last for Saturday, Sunday, and then to come back in a curry pancake on Tuesday or Wednesday. So 3 nights, and the other nights are equally ritualized with macaroni cheese and omelette or whatever. So the food patterns are substantial, nourishing, wholesome, tasty, and it's something I also learnt when we spent months and months in a upland Himalayan village. Every day we had the same food, which was rice, dal, and some vegetables, and very occasionally a little bit of chicken. And you'd think this was very boring, but we really looked forward to these meals because we were hungry and they were tasty and delicious. So we felt we were really well fed on the same diet every day. And this is something which applies to the case of buns. They're unvaried, and yet, because our lives change, they feel varied. The context of the brown buns, the ages at which we are eating them, means that they're always fresh and different. So this is a very simple homily and tribute to my wife's cooking and to the virtues of what I imagine is a fairly unusual kind of eating pattern, but one which sets eating alongside other things. We don't make a fetish of it. We enjoy it and we have special meals on special occasions. But we don't live to eat. We eat to live, which is different from as we watch food programs on, at least see that they are happening on television. Many people appear to be living a good deal of their lives in anticipation of food. This is not something which the Puritans in our family subscribe to.